Hey everybody!
Hi everybody!
Welcome!
It's Wednesday night.
Yes, it is. It's the 16th
That's right.
of December.
And we are here live at 5 Pacific. And we're here with a wonderful group, Ordinary Elephant. But before we bring them in, we're going to play a little music for you, right, Alice?
Ooh, my phone is talking.
It is.
It's playing us out of my phone.
Oh my God.
We don't need two versions of us at the same
No,
time.
one is plenty.
Whew. Shall we start off with a little music?
Yeah.
Freebo?
Yeah,
All right.
we'll start off with Alice playing bass, give you a little treat.
I'm ready.
This song I wrote some time ago. It's called She's My Personal GPS. Ready?
Ready?
Let me tell you about my angel, the one you never see, my everyday companion, living deep inside of me. She guides me through the trenches, she gets me out of every mess. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS.
Well, she leads me on my journey. She leads me to the goal. She's always on the money, never leaves me in the cold. And every time I listen, I wind up being truly blessed.
She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. I'm at the fork in the road, I gotta make a choice. So much going on, I don't heed her voice, so I make a wrong turn. I'm feeling lost and afraid, then I hear my angel calling, recalculate. Well, I gotta pay attention, 'cause it's powerful stuff. I gotta turn it on, and I gotta turn it up, 'cause every time I do it, you know I'm guaranteed success. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. Play it, boy. All right. Floating, lost and lonely, I'm drifting in the dark. Will I ever find a harbor? I don't see it on the chart. Will something saying no? Someone else is whispering yes, yes, yes. Try it on. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. Yeah, she is. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, crystal clear and never muddy. She's my Watson, she's my Tano, never tardy, always prompt. She's my Sherpa, she's my guide, never runs and never hides. Truly awesome, she's the best. She's my personal GPS, my personal GPS. She's my personal GPS. I say she my personal GPS. Yes, yes. Ready, Alice?
I think so. Whew. It's scary. There's no frets on this thing.
Yeah, I was thinking crystal clear.
I was
Never
thinking
mind.
that too.
Crystal clear. Speaking of crystal,
clear, so
we've got Crystal and Pete here.
We do, and we're so excited to welcome Ordinary Elephant to this week's episode of Inside Live. I first met Pete and Crystal, who are just a beautiful husband and wife duo. They play all kinds of instruments together. Pete does beautiful banjo and guitar. Crystal plays guitar. They sing just the tightest harmonies together.
Beautiful harmony.
and they're just wonderful storytellers. And I met them at Folk Alliance a few years ago. I think I may have met them for the first time the year that they were named Artist of the Year by Folk Alliance International.
Nice
and
honor.
I wanted to read a quote from their website by Tom
Please
Paxton because it's amazing. And we love Tom.
We love Tom. We respect Tom.
He says, "There is nothing at all ordinary with this elephant. They are they are smack dab in the tradition that I have always loved, but have both, all 4 feet in the 21st century. This is rich ground. Listen." And that's Tom Paxton. So, shall we bring them in?
Let's bring them
I have
in.
to put my headphones on.
Yeah,
Playing
that
this
would
old
help so
game.
you can hear them.
I know. Okay, here we go. Hi guys.
There they are.
We're here.
Oh,
Yay.
How are y'all?
Oh wait,
that
I'm
sounded
hear them.
coming out of
wonderful.
my
See them.
computer. Hold on. It's doing something weird.
Alice is multitasking. She's singing. She's playing guitar. She's
She's
playing
wearing all the
bass.
hats.
she's
Well, it's just not
engineering.
fair.
Me, I'm just sitting here.
Oh my goodness, it's coming out of my computer. It's probably echoing. Hold on.
Hold on,
Okay.
folks.
Hold on.
We're
We
holding
will
Alice is getting
hold.
it together.
holding pattern. They can't
Pay
hear
her
us.
extra, but apparently we don't pay her
the
enough.
audience
So working on that.
Cool.
I
Jenkins.
see you, Jen.
Still happening. Hi guys. You
Hang
look
on,
great.
guys.
You sound great. It's just gonna be echoing.
Kim Moberg's
gonna-
here.
Oh, hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
All right,
And
you
everyone
guys
else
talk
And I
to the
saw
people.
Pip
There.
earlier.
Um,
Now it's just us. Should
Should
we
we
just
go
play a
ahead
song?
and we can go ahead and play a song. I don't know if that's gonna mess Alice up, but
Maybe not. Let's
yeah,
play a
we
song.
will go ahead and play a song. Well, it's funny that he talked about his Freebo song was about GPS and finding your way, and we were gonna play one about where you come from. This is one that I wrote for my mom, and because we now live in South Louisiana, but for the 5 years previous to this, we had been living on the road full time in an RV, and we just really gained an appreciation for how much where you come from is more than just a place. It's the people that you come from too.
One, two, three.
Eggshell white, paint in your hair, dirt beneath your nails, and years on the back of your head. Some things can wash clean, and some will stick around. Blades of St. Augustine scattered across the driveway. Still feels like Sunday when I hear a Cajun band. Every chamber in my heart bears the mark of what I come from. Sometimes the world falls apart, but I guess that's what it takes to find a part that cannot break. Wooden table on a concrete slab, the fish are red and the crabs are blue. Every 5-gallon bucket carries an easy. Some things can wash clean, and some will stick around. Spilled beer and a deck of cards, an old bed sheet for a tablecloth. Some of those days are long. Most I still come across. Every chamber in my heart
Hey guys.
Ah, beautiful.
Hey.
Hey,
Thank
we
you.
fixed it. So beautiful.
Awesome.
Sorry about
We
that.
can hear you. We can see you. Everybody else could hear you and see you. Getting some lovely comments. They love you.
Yeah, they do love you.
Wonderful.
They said we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Haha. Oh, it's so
virtual
great
room.
to have you guys here. Thank you.
Okay, so the first and obvious question, and I would like to know the answer.
I'm dying
I'm
to
guessing everybody else would. Where did the name Ordinary Elephant come from?
Of course. We've
Inquiring
actually
minds.
never been asked that question. No, I'm
You're
just
kidding.
Oh
Really?
my
I am
God,
kidding.
first
I'm very
time.
much kidding.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
Well,
much
you
kidding.
asked for it. No offense. I'm
I have a
naming
propensity
yourself.
for stating the obvious.
It's true. It's true.
Only if you tell us why you're named Freebo.
Yeah.
After you tell me about Ordinary Elephant.
Yeah. So basically, because there are no ordinary elephants. So even your everyday ordinary elephant out there is this magnificent creature. And so it's kind of a reminder to us that there are a lot of things in life that way. So to always take a second look.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's really,
Wow.
really lovely.
So
I
no
love
no
it.
crazy circus story or
I know. I was
or
like,
anything
maybe
like
they
that.
went and like adopted a circus animal, or maybe they went to India and rode on an elephant. Did you guys ever have like an elephant experience that kind of led you to that revelation about the ordinary elephant?
I've just always loved elephants. I mean, from when I
Oh.
was a kid, and so that's just something that
Which
has, stuck with me.
Yeah,
and it actually reminds me, Crystal, you are a veterinarian or a veterinary cardiologist. Is that? Did I just make that up?
No,
Okay.
that was
That would be a
right, that was
strange
my-
thing
my-
to make up.
Very creative, yeah.
Veterinary cardiologist.
yeah, that was my previous life, and
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
the next logical step is folk singer after that, right?
Absolutely.
Well, of
yeah.
course, and that's one thing that really stuck out to me in your guys' bio. Just refreshing my memory about your story is like you both leapt into this, like you had other lives, and then you decided it's time to go for it. Is that how did you know that it was time?
I mean, it was pretty gradual, really. So when we lived on the road in an RV, that was kind of the first step, and it wasn't like, let's get an RV and go play music full time. It was, hey, full-time RVing is a thing, and that seems crazy, but it seems awesome, and we couldn't stop thinking about it. And
Yeah.
I just was not in a good place mentally with the job I had, where I was, and the hours I had, and so we ended up getting a motorhome and started living on the road, and that allowed more. He was still working remotely at the time initially, and so it gave us more time and freedom to delve back into that creative side and more fully.
And how many
Yeah.
years ago did that decision happen? Approximately.
We took on the road 2014,
Yeah.
Cool.
and then I guess technically full-time musicians in 2018.
When we kind of really when he
Yeah, when I
He
quit
quit
my
his-
job.
Which is amazing. That's the year you became the folk artist of the year, right?
No, 20.
Well, that
Yeah,
was,
that
and it
comes
was kind of
Oh, real starting with a splash.
Yeah,
I
really.
like that.
well.
not that we
It seemed like I'm not a person that's like, oh, it's a sign, but
But
it
it
seemed
is.
like a good starting point.
It's definitely, yeah. I think that whether you believe in signs as like, whether you believe in some kind of God or not, I think it's a push in there. You can't help but think you're going in the right direction when something like
Well,
that
and there's
happens.
a wonderful book, I'm sure you're familiar with, The Artist's Way.
Yeah, that's
and
really what I'm
and
thinking
in
of.
it, it's really a self-help book for creativity. But in it, she says, "Leap, and the net will appear."
Yeah.
And that's a good example. You said, what? We have a calling. It's a spiritual calling. It's a voice inside you. It's not about God or religion. It's about your authentic voice, and it calls us. This is what we need to do because what we're doing doesn't quite feel right. Something else we think will feel right, and you don't know whether it feels right until you try it. And so you leapt. So you did the right thing for the right reason. And the universe came along and said, "Okay, we'll support that."
Yeah.
A lot of people don't believe that. I didn't used to, but I don't know, somewhere around 30 years ago, I started getting into that headspace, and I totally believe it. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, so
Yeah.
how did you become Freebo?
Well,
Yeah.
pretty much the same way, you know. I just thought.
Elephants are just the same way.
Pretty close, but I
There are
thought, you
no
know, that
ordinary
there are no
Freebos.
ordinary Freebos, exactly. And so no, it actually came out of an acid trip in 1967. If you want to know the truth, that's a short story, and that's long enough.
That's a better
for now.
story than ours.
Oh man, that's good. I've always been Alice. There's
always
no
been
there's no
Alice, yeah.
story there.
They
I don't
got it
have
right
a
the
middle
first
name
time.
though. That's,
They did.
That's my
They
story.
did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess that's my party trick. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's been in Wonderland ever since the beginning, and
Oh,
that now I'm in it with her right here, and so are you. So are all of
welcome.
you. Right
Yes,
now we're here in Alice's
everybody.
Wonderland.
Yes.
Why don't you play a
On
song
that
in this
note,
Wonderland?
Yeah.
let me play something. All right, you guys, remember to mute, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is this something I know, Alice?
Yes, you
Yeah,
know this one.
I do.
You know
I
it
hope
well.
so.
It's Homeland Blues.
Oh, good. I know
It's
that
been a
one.
while.
Yeah.
It's time to bring it back. Thanks for all your comments, you guys. We're seeing them all come in, and it is, let's see, let me just check this out a little bit. Yay. Great.
And I saw Michael Jokums about you being the first person to play with Alice and her bass, and that's very true. And now I get to play, and we've played together many times, Michael, and I love it every time we do it.
That's right. Well,
Alice, if they're okay between the guitar and the bass and the vocal. Let us know if you think something should, come up a little bit or down a little bit.
apparently we're out of sync again, which is,
Out of sync. Oh my God.
I swear to God, I'm about to,
Ready?
I quit. All right. Every night I have the strangest dream. All these ghosts are talking to me, laid down in my bed, and I can hardly sleep. These homeland blues have got a hold of me. Well, I went over to my cousin's house to see if we could figure it out. He said it's plain to see you got them homeland blues. What hope have I got if what you're saying is true? And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Honey, pull over, I got them homeland blues. The sooner I book my ticket, the sooner I'll come running back to you. I asked my mother, do you know what I mean? She could hardly look up at me, had her eyes to her paper, and I knew she had them too. Had her eyes on her coffee, and I knew she had them too. Have you ever missed something that you never even had? You're down so low and you feel so bad. That's when you know you got them homeland blues. Oh, that's when you know that you got them homeland blues. And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Honey, pull over, I got them homeland blues. The sooner I book my ticket, the sooner I'll come running back to you. went outside and I couldn't get a cab. All distracted by the night we had, I sat down on the curb, nursing my homeland blues. Half out in the street and I'm nursing my homeland blues. My American soul gets lonely sometimes. I take a walk and it clears my mind, and I hold you tight to shake my homeland blues. I hold on tight just to shake my homeland blues. And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Honey, pull over, I got them homeland blues. The sooner I book my ticket, the sooner I'll come running back to you. If home is where I left it, the sooner I'll come running back to you. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the positive reinforcement about the syncing. I feel so much better. They've really put my mind at ease. I think there really are differences across platforms and you know, folks' internet and stuff. I hope you guys are getting a good picture, a good sound. We are certainly doing our best to send you what we can here.
The best we can. Well, it's nice to hear your comments that you like the balance.
Let's
That's
bring
good.
'em back.
We're doing our best with this
How
old
do we do this?
PV
There you go.
board.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
That was beautiful.
So
Oh.
beautiful.
Thank
Goodness.
you. Thanks.
Ah.
Good.
Isn't it
How about
nice
y'all
to
just keep playing the rest of the show?
You have
We'll
to
just-
work too.
I don't know. A lot of people want to hear you guys play. Why don't you guys do another one before we talk some more? What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, please. Let's
Sure,
go ahead
yeah.
and do a song. Go
Yeah.
for it.
We so a couple. Well, man, it's coming up on 3 years now, almost that we lost my grandmother on my mom's side, my mom's mom, and she was a wonderful lady, and we lost her pretty suddenly. You know, when it was funny. She always said when she had to go, she wanted it to be a surprise, and it was very much a surprise. It was. I mean, she was 89, but it we weren't expecting it, and she dealt with a lot of shit in the last few years of her life, but she was always happy to see us, no matter what was happening, what was going on, and I take after her quite a bit, and so that's something I hope I get from her.
Alarm clock on her bedside table, bright red numbers bigger than your head. She couldn't see them otherwise. She said she might never go to bed. She got her teeth tucked in a tumbler, bright white smile floating in the night. She couldn't flash that grin otherwise, but you'd still see it in her eyes. I hope to be that happy. I hope to be that happy. When the E on the eye chart gets blurry and I turn in my keys, when there is more behind than in front of me. She once was a dancing girl, New York City chorus line. Then she went on down to Texas. He told her that's where the stars really shine. Black and white wedding day picture hung proudly in a frame of gold. She doesn't cry when she speaks of it. She makes you laugh telling stories that he told. I hope to be that happy. I hope to be that happy. When the EMEI chart is blurry and I turn in my keys, and there is more behind than in front of me. Here I am in New York City. I told her I should make my way down. She said I'll take you out dancing out at the old Horseshoe Lounge. And at the end of our Sunday night phone call, she said thank you for talking to me, 'cause there are no telephones in heaven, but I heard there might be TV. I hope to be that happy. I hope to be that happy. To leave behind every place I've been and all the places I can be. When there is more behind than in front of me. Hope I will know all that matters is right in front of me.
Beautiful song.
Beautiful.
Wow, it's just so
Thank
Thank
so,
you.
so neatly said about that. You know, we can all feel lost in our own way, but
She sounds like an amazing woman. I love how you really bring her spirit out in that song. That's you guys have such an amazing way of really telling these very visual stories that are just so emotional. I love that about your writing. Do you guys write together, or is it more one or the other for
Crystal's-
different songs?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Crystal's the word person.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, technically all the songs are co-writes. You know, we end up
Yeah.
both working on them. But I tend to work on something for a while first before bringing it to the group,
Yeah. Yeah.
as
yeah.
it were, us and the dogs.
Yeah.
They don't really contribute all that much, but
They
Oh, you'd be
contribute
surprised.
personalities. That's
But-
amazing.
But yeah, I mean, just arranging and or like, oh, does this make sense? Or how do you take that? Or, you know, just
Yeah.
having another set of ears. But
That's very much how, when Freebo and I write together, which we've been doing more, I do the same thing. I bring something that I've spent some time on my own.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice to get another set of ears and eyes on it.
yeah, you can get so lost in it, or you know the backstory. You know what
Right.
you're saying, but
Yeah.
just to know, is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
between
And for
the
me, and maybe for you too, Crystal, it sounds like just musically, I can really benefit from having someone else's. I'll get into like, can be a little repetitive, like, oh, but I said everything I wanted to say, so it's like I almost stop paying attention to the music side of it sometimes, and then Freebo will be like, hey, how about we add like a cool bridge? I'm like, oh yeah, that would be cool.
That's very much just, you know, and it's great because I feel like we're both, obviously we benefit from that, you know, being able to fill in where the other one is not as strong, that kind of thing. But then we're both learning about, you know, I'm learning how to listen better to the arrangement and things that get ideas that I never would have gotten before if it weren't for having his input and knowing how he thinks about things. And he's
Yeah.
And
been
I started
writing.
listening to
I
lyrics.
know.
Were you not a lyric person before?
Yeah,
Not before
not
you met
before
me.
we met. I mean, I was getting there, but you know, it wasn't something I ever paid attention to. Everything else was just enough.
Hey, I mean, for years, Pete. I mean, as a bass player, I mean, literally did not write my first song till I was in my mid-40s. So I defined myself, and I walked as a bass player. And all my years with Bonnie, I was kind of aware of the lyrics, but I didn't really listen to them.
There have
Yeah.
literally been times when we've been listening to like a Bonnie Raitt song that Freebo probably heard like 470 times, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love this line, and you're like, what line? You like don't even know. I swear that's happened.
Well, and then you say the line and say, "Oh wow, it's a good line." I never really listened to it. I was
like, what?
so busy playing
Yeah.
the bass
Right,
part to
yeah.
go with the melody to make it.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
co-writing is a fascinating thing, and it's true when you work with somebody for a while. You begin to think as they do, and they begin to think as you do, and it becomes much more simpatico, and it's really nice. And it's a lot. There's a lot of give and take, and there's a lot of acceptance. And it's so important to be able to let go of the idea that you know is a great idea.
Yeah,
And
and be
it
able to
might-
trust someone to,
Yeah.
in that.
But it's also that your idea might be a great idea, but the other person might have an even greater one, and it's really worth
Right.
giving it a listen. So sometimes when you hear that, it takes you to another place before you know it. The song has evolved to a whole other place
Yeah.
that it wouldn't have gone to without it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So did you guys meet as a musical meeting, or like did you start playing together and then you got together as a couple, or how did that like? Sorry, this is personal. I
No,
wanna
it's
know.
fine.
Personal time.
Oh my god.
Well, it started with an acid trip in 19.
67. before you were born. Interesting.
Before we were born. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, it's possible.
All right.
No,
We
we
met-
met at an open mic night.
Oh,
And,
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then we both
Wow.
went. Yeah, I went by myself, and Pete was playing with his roommate at the time. Was a duo partner, and we
Cool.
just it was a songwriter open mic, so it wasn't just all cover song kind of thing. People really wanted to be there, and so we
Yeah.
kind of, it was a nice little community of people,
Yeah.
and became friends. And
And did you listen to Pete's lyrics?
I did. They were
Mostly Grant's
his
lyrics.
roommates.
My roommate.
His roommate was the bass player and songwriter, more lyric
Lyric,
writer.
yeah.
Yeah. And I did definitely.
Where was that? Where were you guys living at the time?
Oh, that was in Bryan, College Station, Texas, where Texas A&M is.
Okay, cool.
Did a house concert there once. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I can't remember.
Sorry, not that.
No, I mean, I'm like, he knows he's been to like
Maybe
every
I
town
was,
in this entire
maybe I was doing
country.
acid that night. I don't know.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's
gonna
been a
be
long
coming
time.
back.
No, it was a while. It was actually when I was one of my first years at Kerrville Folk Festival, probably like 2003, and Rachel Bissix and I did it together. We left Kerrville and we went and we did that in another show.
Cool.
But yeah, it was really cool. Actually, a very politically aware guy, a blue guy in the middle of a red state. You know, back before blue was blue and red was red.
In a red
was-
town.
In a very red town, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
So let me ask you something. So, when do you always write that way, where you start at Crystal and then you bring it to Pete? Did you ever do anything, Pete, where you come up with an idea and you come up with a riff of some sort? You say, "Hey, Crystal, I got this idea. I have nowhere to go
Yeah.
with it." But does that ever
For
happen?
sure. Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
think that what she was mainly saying is that she spends a lot more time on these songs. And she's the patient, like, focused person. And but yeah, I mean, you do start a lot of them, but there are certainly
Yeah,
a lot of
he's-
ideas that,
He comes up with musical ideas all the time. Like the way I'll come up with a phrase or something, he's just comes up with the musical
Yeah.
things.
maybe the next song we play,
And-
we can do Best of You. And,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
an example of that.
Well,
Yeah,
how about we do that now?
Well, it's y'all's turn.
It's your turn. We want to hear you.
Freebo, you're all ready.
Okay.
He's so nice.
Well,
He just-
and thank you. But
can't-
before we do that, Mike Smith from Cordial Cables remarked about my Cordial
yeah.
shirt. And
So
how good it looked
nice.
on me. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Actually, you said it looked better on me than on you. So it really didn't look that good on me, but you were kind of just disparaging yourself.
And I
But
think I told you guys that you get to have a cordial
We
cable.
did.
as
I mean,
do.
we
well.
did.
You
That's
do.
so
That is
exciting.
amazing. Yes,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you
Yes,
so much
you
for
get
that.
you get a T-shirt. Actually,
They
I
are
would
great.
think they could get 2 T-shirts, wouldn't you?
I bet you guys can
Hopefully,
get some
Mike, you're
T-shirts,
listening. Come on, be generous. Give them one for each of them. Only one
They
cable,
can tear
of
it in
course.
half.
But yeah,
Yeah, so we're
That's
really
so kind.
grateful to be supported by Cordial Cables USA, and we're going to be giving one away tonight. And maybe I'll tell the folks a little bit more about that
I
before you
think
play
that
a
would be
song.
a good time to do that.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in a second. I'm gonna maximize myself.
What are you
Here we
going to
go.
do here?
I'm gonna just make us big again.
Oh, make us
I made
big.
them
Oh,
small.
wow.
That's what I have the power to do.
And as you're doing that, I'll tell them that Cordial Cables, we don't just like them because they like us, but they're really
that's
beautiful
also
cables.
true.
This is a Cordial cable on my base, that orange one. This
Mm-hmm.
Cordial. These white cables, these
And I have
white
to
cables
say,
are Cordial.
I am really excited when we are on the road again to not mix my cables up with anyone else's cables
That's
because
right.
they're so
They're
beautifully
color-coded.
colored. I've never seen a white one before. I love it.
But what's really cool about them, there's 2 really cool things about them. First of all, they sound great because just the alloy in most of them, in most cables you get, there's a certain resistance, and resistance does not allow the sound. It's kind of like having a pipe partly clogged. And the kind of, between the copper and all the other things that Cordial uses, it's 99.9% really free. So they actually sound better with little or no buzz. And the other really cool thing is that they are a lifetime guarantee. So any of you who've ever played guitar or use a mic, you know how quickly cables go bad. If these cables go bad, they'll replace it immediately.
Yeah, excellent quality. So the point of all this is that one of you will be able to claim a prize of a Cordial cable after the show tonight, and we will announce the winner before the end. So if anybody is interested in entering tonight's giveaway for a cable, please just put your info in the chat. Just say, hey, I'd like to enter to win the cable tonight. You can do it on Facebook or YouTube. We've got a feed of all the chat from all the different platforms coming in here. So
Well, it's pretty interesting that Vincent said that he is wearing his shirt, and Peter wore his shirt to
know.
work and got a lot of
I love
compliments
it.
on them. And who else said they got a cable and they love it? They love the way it sounds. So.
yeah, thanks for mentioning that, you guys. We've had some winners that watch every week, and thank you guys so much, Vincent and Rick and Peter, for being here. And I know you guys are loving the cables that you won. So yeah, later tonight we'll do a giveaway of a pound of coffee. We have some friends who have a wonderful coffee company called Fair Trade Coffee. You can find them at fairtradecoffee.org. And easy to remember, organic, freshly roasted coffee. But right now we're going to do the cable giveaway. So yeah, please just...
Can
Jeff
we
is wearing
enter
a
for
shirt.
the coffee?
That's good, Jeff. Is it a Cordial shirt or is it just
Can you
a shirt
enter
in general?
for the coffee? That's a good question.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. We just
Oh.
love coffee. So
I do. Oh. Well, you know what? What you might
Oh,
do.
are they talking
there's
to us?
the fellow who runs it. You might know him.
Can you hear them?
We call him Arpy, but Ari Maros, and he has a concert series in New Jersey. And
Hi guys.
Hey.
and
You
he's
can't be
on-
talking to
in.
Freebo. I can't hear you. No, I'm just
No, it's
I'm just
important.
gonna keep going.
But no, we want to we want to promote the people who help us out, and it's very good coffee, and it's fair trade coffee, and Arpy is a wonderful guy.
So
and
the
you're
answer,
supporting the little guy, not the big people, and with the fair trade, you're supporting the people who get paid well for what they do.
yes. And your question was whether you could enter to win.
yes,
So-
I was joking.
Well,
but-
you can actually because you can pick a number. Everyone gets to pick a number. This is truly random. So we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Okay.
I can only
Okay.
do so many giveaways at once, or I
Yeah,
lose
that's
my
true.
mind.
Oh,
So
one.
this is just gonna this will come up in about half an hour. Yes. Okay.
And now for some more music.
My God.
Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off
Oh
here so I can. So this is one of the rare songs that, rather than Alice kind of create a song or part of a song and bring it to me, this is a song that I created and brought to Alice, and had her add some lyrics to it, and make some suggestions. So this is a co-write of ours on the other level. It's kind of a love song, and it's a kind of a song about, well, it's not really a song about loss, but in it is my last dog, Hepburn, beautiful golden retriever. And Hepburn passed about, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I miss her dearly. But she's very much alive in this song, and I'd like to share it with you. I went for a walk on a full moon night, dreaming my shadow was you. And as I walked on in that full moonlight, I was wishing that dream would come true. In the whispering breeze, I could almost believe you were there in the silvery blue. Just me and my dog on a full moon night, both wishing my shadow was you. Missing you, missing you. Oh, how I wish I was kissing you. Missing you, missing you. It seems it was all we could do. Just me and my dog on a full moon night, both wishing my shadow was you. Now the season has changed, but the light is the same as the night that we walked here with you. There was nothing so sweet as those 3 sets of feet. Now it seems so lonesome with 2. Then the dog looked my way like he wanted to say, you know I was thinking that too. Just me and my dog on a full moon night, both wishing my shadow was you. Missing you, missing you. Oh, how I wish I was kissing you. Missing you, missing you. It seems it was all we could do. Just me and my dog on a full moon night, both wishing my shadow was you. Both wishing my shadow was you.
Glad you played that one.
Well, thank you.
I love that. I have to say, I'm most proud of There Was Nothing So Sweet as those 3 sets of feet.
I love that.
Yes, that was one of our favorite lines as well.
Oh, thank you.
Gorgeous
It was
song.
lovely.
Thank you.
It's a sweet one.
Another one of my dog songs.
Well, they were saying they love the dog songs.
Hmm.
It's, you guys are dog people. Crystal and
We're
Pete
definitely
have 2
dog
dogs,
people.
right?
Is your
Yeah.
dog?
We had
any-
4.
4.
Oh my God.
We had 4. We've
Aw.
lost 2 in the last couple years.
Oh.
But
What are their
yeah,
names?
We have Carla and Mavis. But at the end, we can show them. They're sleeping now, and
Please
in the
bring them
back.
in at the
If
end.
you lean back, you can see them blurry there in the
Yeah, there's a couple
on the
smudges.
ground. But
Do they enjoy your music? I'm sure. Do they come close?
they
They think they're all lullabies. Is the
I
problem.
think so. Yeah.
I fall asleep, right? Yeah, when dogs grow up with music, they love it. I don't know what it is, if they just relate to you with it, or there's something about the vibrations. But I've had a couple dogs that playing in a band. They would lie between me and my bass amp and the drums.
Oh my
And,
god!
and they were just fine with it, and they never lost their hearing. So I did, but
Wow.
they did.
I bet they sense your happiness, you know? Like, we're all typically happy when we're playing, or, you know, it can be a sad song, but whatever. It's
Yeah.
you feel most at home, kind of.
There's
and so
such
they
an
probably
energy.
sense that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They get it. Well, I never grew up with dogs, and so when I was working on my last record with Freebo, his golden retriever was always there
In the studio.
when she was alive, and she would come into the vocal booth with me and just lie on the floor, and it was like my favorite thing. It's like I finally got it about
Very
dog
supportive.
energy. And then
Yeah.
when she died, we were in the studio at that time, and she was not there, and it was like I felt that she wasn't
A
there.
vacuum. Yeah.
It was really amazing.
And the last thing about dogs is that when I was playing with Bonnie, she had 3 different small dogs. The last one of which she gave to me and my girlfriend at the time. It was a cockapoo, and the dog's name was Mavis.
Oh my
really?
gosh!
It's a good dog name.
Yeah,
is.
Mavis was a great dog.
Oh, cool. So what was that song you guys were going to play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a song called Best of You that we kind of wrote for when we need to hear it, basically. You know, I mean, you mentioned meeting us at the Folk Alliance conference, and, you know, we go to all these events where you're around all these other songwriters and you're touring around and playing shows with other people, and
Yeah.
it is so incredibly wonderful and inspirational, but as human beings, we often can't help but when you see someone doing something that you love to do and they're doing it really well, there's something in you that's going to compare yourself, at least for a moment, you know?
Of course. Yeah.
And we try to steer away from that
I'm
as
familiar
quickly
with
as
that.
possible. right. So, just in thinking about that, we ended up writing this one.
Cool.
Oh, and do you want to say
Oh,
what
yeah.
you had the...
So I had this. Actually, it was the bridge part, or
No, I think it was that.
no, it was like.
Yeah,
It's that
he
on
had
guitar.
that, and it was something I was working on, these phrases or something. I was like, oh, that goes with the thing that I was doing, you know?
I love that.
And that was actually the last, so that song was on not our most recent record, the one before, and that was the last song we wrote before recording that album. It was
Like a week
like
before.
really
we were down
close
in the
to,
studio.
yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
Stephen Foster-ish, Pete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
Very, very Americana, if I may.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, especially on a banjo, but just that nice little, sweet little old-time melody is great.
Yeah,
Love to hear what you
Thanks.
guys do with that.
Cool.
yeah.
Lord. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Over in the corner, like an old bar stool, he held me up right when I That's a good way, get a bad start. I don't care what straw you drew. Gotta let it make the best of you.
I know our audience is interested, but obviously as songwriters, we are just the genesis of a song, how it starts, somebody comes up with an idea, where you go with it, how it winds up. I mean, that is beautiful. I love that. And it's just, and it really stayed with the essence of what you brought to it, Pete.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I mean,
and
which is really great for both of you.
To so many of the lines just about like, you know, you can sit there and pick yourself apart and make yourself feel awful, you know, but there's a choice there, and it's great.
Yeah, we try to be more inspired or just realize that those, in the situations where you feel that, it's, you can choose to be inspired by it instead.
I feel like once a week I kind of go into that. It happens to me with social media a lot. Like I will kind of get into, you guys obviously feel me on that.
Well, it's been, this year has been, I mean, that's what our life has been.
It's like a prime time for that. Yeah, it's like everything's funneled into that place, and then you can, I can just get into such a spiral of like, oh, this is happening for that person and this is happening for them, and it's like,
it's like,
when you
step back, that's great for them.
Yeah, it's like there's room for everybody, and it doesn't take anything away from me. And when I come back to myself and actually focus on what I have power over, that's when you like kind of get out of your own little like pit, the pity pot. Right?
Well, it's a classic metaphor. It's not a metaphor; it's the truth. You know, you can't change anybody but yourself. You know, and it's kind of interesting too when you sometimes as a songwriter you think, well, I can't really write about that; it's too personal. But I think the things that we go through, you know, and certain realizations we come to, it's so important that we do put that as songwriters into a song, because it becomes universal, because there's only so many emotions that we have, and no matter what name, face, or place you put to it, other people feel that same emotion, and they relate to it in
change out the name, or
it doesn't have to be about the particular career that, you know, we've chosen, or I mean, it's universal. I agree.
I just want to say something about a couple of the comments. I really appreciate all of you on the chat who are commenting. And those of you who aren't aware of the chat, please do go on it. It's really cool. It kind of becomes a community of its own. But a couple of you asked some questions, and I just want to share this, a little bit of self-promotion, but Alice and I are doing a holiday show this Saturday with Ethical Brew out of New Jersey. We're doing it from right here. But and it's a ticketed show. We'd really appreciate your support. It's a Christmas show, a holiday show. It's just the two of us. We're going to be going back and forth. We've got a couple of really special Christmas treats for you. But after the show, part of it is there will be a Zoom where you can actually get on and ask us these questions, and we can talk and respond in real time. And that's a kind of an exciting thing. We don't generally do that.
Have you guys done any shows like that where you actually do a little Zoom hang after?
A couple.
We've done a couple. Yeah, we did a house concert that was that way. So during the whole show, you could see people's faces.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
yeah, it's a neat.
It's so great to see people's faces.
To see, and that's why these things are great. Like where people are doing, like you guys are doing these regular shows and bringing people on, you get that at least some semblance of human interaction.
That's why we started doing it. We just wanted to be able to have this exchange and talk about songwriting, talk about whatever musical influences, and just and be inspired. I mean, I leave these Wednesday shows feeling inspired by what you guys do, and yeah, gives me hope every week.
No, and it's nice for our audience too, because I think they never know what to expect. And in the beginning, we're doing a lot of this stuff through Norm's Rare Guitars YouTube channel. They've got almost 500,000 followers on it, and we know that you people, those people, that you love guitar shredding and everything, and that's great. And our first couple players were Lawrence Schubert, who was Paul McCartney's choice for Wings, and Albert Lee, a fabulous guitar player. And we've had some really wonderful so-called shredders on there, but we also wanted to introduce people like you people, singer-songwriters out of the folk world. Our friend Doug McLeod, a wonderful country blues player from Memphis, and all sorts of people. So it's good for us to be able to introduce different audiences out there to different kinds of music, because when it comes down to it, there's only 12 notes, and there are a lot of different genres and a lot of things you can do with those 12 notes. And then when you put lyrics to them and you change it around, you convey those emotions. It's pretty cool stuff. So we feel real good that our choices are quality choices, and we hope our audience feels
are
the
quality. These folks are quality. Happy
Y'all
to
do
have
such a
them
great job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Paul Heller, hello. Good to hear from you.
Wonderful
In
host.
Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
Hello, Paul.
Shall
Moose?
we? Let me do another song.
Oh, Moose, I'm sorry about you lost
we've
Corky.
been-
That's a shame. Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm
sorry
gonna
to hear
send you
that.
guys away. Goodbye. I'm sorry. You were talking to Moose.
Oh, no, I was talking to the chat.
Okay. You were talking to the chat.
Talking to the chat. I was chatting to the
was
chat,
it talking
yes.
back to you?
It was, well, it was writing back to me. What you going to do, Al?
Well, first I want to announce the winner of the cable giveaway.
Good.
Our winner tonight is Kim Moberg. Kim, hi. I hope you're still watching. Kim is a good friend of ours. It's so great that we get to send you a cable and a t-shirt. So Kim, if you could just put in the chat like, yay, I'm watching still, or even just send me a direct message or something, and I'll get you in touch with the folks at Cordial. So congrats, Kim. And
Does she know how to get in touch with you?
yeah, I think she'll find me. She can find me on Facebook or go to my website, alicehow.com, and send me a message there on the contact form. Yay! She said yay. Yay! I'm glad you are happy. You are so welcome. You're going to love the cable. So definitely write me a message, Kim, and we'll get you set up.
And people are submitting their numbers for the coffee. I see 42
Yes.
has
Okay.
been
Yes.
submitted
So
there.
now we will do the coffee. So I have picked a number. Freebo doesn't even know. I picked a number between 1 and 100.
I'm trusting you, Alice.
So a number between 1 and 100. And if you guys could just put your guesses in the chat, we will find somebody who picked the closest number. Okay. I'm going to play a song. This one is this is from my last record, and this is one that Freebo and I co-wrote, very similar to that process that we were talking about with Pete and Crystal. I had written a lot of this song, and I knew I needed some fresh eyes on it and some fresh ears, so brought it to Freebo, and we finished it together. It's called Still on My Mind. Oh my gosh, wait, I have to keep track of these numbers. Hold on.
Lots of them just came
I know,
in.
I'm gonna.
A whole bunch of
Oh
them.
my god.
You're going to have to go back. I'll
It's
have
so
to play
scary.
another song by myself. or
No,
something.
I have to just watch them while they come in because otherwise sometimes they go
I
away.
see somebody
It's
went high, somebody went low. We got
very scary
lots of
when
choices
they go away.
here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Hey, Deb. Glad you're joining us. Number 67. Dave Rasmussen. It's great to see all your familiar names on there. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, by the way, and Ed Bennis, that's right. I think that was, I don't know if that was Harlow or Hepburn. It was probably Hepburn that I brought up there when I came up to your
my
place
gosh.
in Northern California.
Ted Spiro guessed 327.
Ted, come on,
That
Ted.
is
1
not-
to 100. Ted,
He's just such a rebel.
he's going high.
When we go low.
There we go.
He goes
Lo.
high.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okie dokie. Still on my mind.
All right.
Wait, I gotta just look one more time. Oh my god, I need a secretary. Wait, I have one.
You
What
are
about
you are the
Jen?
secretary.
Okay. Rain falling across the water. Mist is rising on the mountainside. Leaves are blooming in the ash tree. Robin's looking for something sweet. Where I'm sitting beneath the eaves, not one drop will find me. A little seedling is breaking through, persistent as the thought of you. Looking out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, but you're still on my mind, you know. I go walking through the trees. The water dances over stones. The April morning is clean and new, but a breeze has brought the thought of you. Looking out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, you're still on my mind, you know. I sat down by the riverside, fearing I could drink it dry and still not be satisfied. Yeah. The banks are full with all this rain. If they'll overflow, I can't say. The crickets calling in the firelight, and a long and gentle
Nice.
I want to tell a little story.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Hey guys. I
That
just
was
want to
so
say,
beautiful.
oh,
Beautiful.
thank you. Maybe you can relate to this story, you guys, as performing as a duo. But every time we come to the bridge of that song, Freebo and I have this like very meaningful eye contact, which is important when you're, signaling that it's time to go to the bridge. But in particular for that song, we had this one
Because
experience where it was at Far West Folk Alliance, actually, and it was my showcase, and it was like
very important
big
show.
deal, and I was like so nervous, and Freebo was accompanying me, and we were playing that song, and I guess
No, it was
when we had been rehearsing it, I think he had not gone to the bridge, so I was like primed to be paranoid about that particular spot in the song.
she was very upset with me, and I was determined. I said, I promise
I will never
I
do
will
that again,
not make
Alice.
that mistake on the gig.
And so
I
we were
promise.
about to be at the bridge, and I was like desperately trying to make meaningful eye contact, and he
And
was
I
like
was so into
deep
what I was
in
doing. I was
the
playing
moment.
great.
and didn't make eye contact with me, and then didn't go to the bridge.
did
and
not go
and
to
it
the
was
bridge.
like
Oh,
a very bum note. Except
and Alice shot me a look that would kill. Really, kill.
I didn't speak to him for like 2 hours
Made
after
me feel
that show.
really bad.
But what was so funny, and Freebo went and like hid in his hotel room and was like, "Don't talk to me." It was bad. But then,
I was angry with
While
myself.
I was having my, very self-involved moment about that, someone came up to me and he was like, "Oh, Alice, great set. At one point, I almost thought that Freebo played a wrong note, but I know that he wouldn't do that.
People would never do that.
So it was actually really cool what he did there.
interesting.
Very jazzy, very, very, very.
Anyway,
That's
just wanted
awesome.
to share that. Have you guys
Yes.
ever had a weird
That's
like
amazing.
moment like that?
Therefore,
in a
every
show?
time the bridge comes, about to come, we
I'm
look
like,
at each other to make sure that
"Hello?"
we both know we're going to the bridge.
Yeah.
I can't think of any specifically, but there's definitely been times where like I'm wanting to signal something, like tell him to move closer to the mic or I don't know, something, and he's into what he's playing.
Yeah.
Like Freebo, very into
Yes.
what.
That's what y'all
he's-
get for writing such beautiful songs. You get lost in them.
Yes, I know.
Well,
what happens.
it's true you do, and some days you're more into it than others. But when you're really into it, it's a spiritual experience. We're so lucky we get to do that. It's one thing doing it by yourself, but I've had so many wonderful experiences playing ensemble music. Just a duo like with Alice or with Bonnie Raitt, but also with bands, and they're all different. And there's nothing like it. It's just nothing like it. So I know you guys know how blessed you are, and I'm so glad you made the choice to quit your day jobs and do this full time.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we feel so lucky to be able to just create art together, and it just. I
It's
think
a
we'd
dream.
both be, doing it anyway, like separately, but just to have, it's just a whole nother thing to have found each other and enabled us to find more of ourselves in
Yeah.
doing that. And,
Well said.
Well, just to add on to that, I think that's what it does. I know for me, and I make it personal, but I think it's universal, that as I delved into songwriting and got more into me, which means more expressing myself and having my true self come out, I think I became more fulfilled. I think I became a better human being, and I think it's kind of like it's inside out. When you feed yourself, it exudes outside. So I couldn't agree more. And ultimately, I think it makes you a happier human being. And what else is there except to be happy, right?
I guess that's
yeah, it helps you to
the point.
try to understand. Uncertainty and not knowing something doesn't make someone happy. Like when you understand something or feel like you know what's going on, then I think people are more comfortable and relaxed and happy, and that's what writing for me does, is learning more about, even if I'm writing about someone else, the song is about, from someone else's point of view, something I've never experienced. it enables me to learn more about how I view that person, or how
Yeah, you can kind of put yourself in someone's shoes by making an effort to write. I mean, I know you do that with your song about the homeless, and I feel like I've heard you guys do that a number of times too, really inhabiting another voice, which is really powerful. Whose turn is it?
I think
it's
your
Freebo.
turn.
No.
I think it's Freebo.
I don't think
It's
so.
definitely Freebo.
Yeah, because
Really?
we just yeah.
We played Best of You, and then Alice played,
Okay.
or then she did the drawing.
Twist my arm. Okay.
I
You
know.
just don't
part
want
of
to play.
I know he's so
And
shy.
by the way, those of you who've contributed to
Yes.
our well-being, this is
Keeping us
what we do
alive
since
out there,
we've all
you
made
guys.
these life choices, be musicians. This is honestly how we make a living, which is a little difficult these days with COVID, so we can't go out and tour. But we do this, so we appreciate it when you send in, $5 or $10. It really means a lot. It adds up. So thank you for those of you who threw something in the pot. And if you haven't, if you'd like to, you don't have to. It's okay, and we're glad you're enjoying this. But I'm going to say one more time about the show that we're doing on Saturday. That is a ticketed show, so you have to get your ticket first, and that's also going to include the Zoom afterwards. So check it out. I know it's in the chat.
I
I
put
think
the
probably
info.
Jen will put that in again.
Yeah.
All right, so what am I going to
You
play?
guys wanna
Let's
come?
see. Something... Let me see. What's really nice about in the round type of situations, you usually dovetail onto what somebody else
Yeah.
played or what you're talking about. So I think what I'm going to do is we're kind of talking about expressing your inner voice, and when you hear that calling, to heed it, and that when you do, it unlocks something. So this is a song that I wrote. I played it before in the show, but I love doing it. It gives Alice a chance to play some bass. But and I think like so many songs we write, I wrote it from a personal place, just about me and my journey. And this song is called "If Not Now, When." And somebody else asked before to talk a little bit about the genesis of the song, but in short, for me, this is when I made the decision in my mid-40s to start writing songs and being filled with the fear and the doubt and the blame and and the regret and oh my God, is it too late? So it turns out I'll send this out to any of you in your personal journey if you're thinking of taking up the guitar or starting painting or writing something or anything creative, basically anything that's not about result, that's about process. That from me to you and a whole lot of other people, it'll just make you feel better if you do it. And just know that when you're standing on that precipice, ready to jump, and you're scared, just know that leap, and the net will appear, and your life will be better. And bottom line is, even if it doesn't quite work out, you'll know that you did it, and you don't have to sit there in the fear and the doubt and the blame and the regret. If not now, when?
Lovely intro.
Thank you.
And now that you are going to take your guitar and get ready,
Okay.
I'll
You
announce
can announce the winner?
the winner
Oh,
of
good.
the coffee.
Am I going to have to make the introduction to the song again?
No.
Oh, good.
You just get your guitar,
Okay.
tune it, get
gotta
comfortable.
tune it,
You don't
yeah.
have to do that again. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to put this comment up in the chat or in the screen. I think I can do that. So Becky, if you can see that, Becky picked 17. Becky, what's your last name? Becky Hariu. My number was 19. So Becky was the closest. I believe I have
That's my
gone
mama.
through all the numbers, and I think, Becky, you are the winner. So hooray, you get a pound of free coffee. And it's fair trade and organic, and we are so excited that Fair Trade Coffee Company is sending it to you. So, Becky, if you are watching, please, wait, that's Crystal's mom? What? For real? Wait. Hold on. We gotta get them back. Is this true, you guys?
Yes, that's my mama.
It's your mom. Crystal's mom
Your mom
won
won
the
the coffee. and now she could share it because you guys
Now-
love coffee.
yeah, so
Maybe they'll send you half a pound.
Oh
What do
my
you think?
gosh. That
Yeah,
is
they live
amazing.
30 minutes away from us, so
Oh,
we'll
perfect.
be
You
we'll be
guys
sharing the
Get
coffee.
together for coffee.
Everybody's going to think this is an inside job, Alice.
I
don't
know.
Did I say her last name right?
It's Harry. You
Harry.
close? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Thank you for putting that in the chat. All right. I love it. Yay, Becky. That is a really wonderful coincidence. So I should have no trouble getting in touch with you, Becky, but if you do want to send me a note, you can go to my website. It's alicehow.com and just go to the contact form and just say, hey, it's Becky, Crystal's mom. I won the coffee, and I'll get you in touch with the folks who will be sending it out. Oh, and since we just one more, I'll just put this up on the screen. The show that Freebo and I are doing is this Saturday, the 19th, and tickets are at ethicalbrew.org. You will find everything you need to get a ticket for this Saturday's show. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing holiday songs. There may or may not be a tuba appearance.
There will be a tuba appearance. I'm going to make sure
We're
that
going to
happens.
wear like holiday sweaters. I don't know. Are we?
I'm going to have to buy one.
Don't go to a store right now. That's not a good
No,
idea.
not a good idea.
Come to the show. It's going to be really fun. And you will see when you look at the ticket page, it starts at $15, but if you can afford to do the $25 level, then you can come hang out with us afterward on Zoom, which will be really fun.
And just to let you know, Perry and Beth Stein,
Who are watching, I believe,
who are watching,
tonight.
they are watching, and they run the Ethical Brew, and we really appreciate it. That they actually know Ari and they drink the coffee, and their endorsement is it's great coffee, just to let you know.
Everybody, 10 out of 10 folkies agree the coffee is good.
And so I'm just going to dovetail onto that if you like coffee, you can help support us, you can help support Ari. Go on to, is it fairtradecoffee.com?
.org.
.org.
Oh, wait, maybe
and
it's .com.
Because it's not just a question of waiting till next week or the week after till you win some. But again, if you want to support somebody, the little guy and the people who grow it, the fair trade people, go to fairtradecoffee.org.
.org.
Right?
Yep.
And check it out and help support them because, like I say, we're
grateful to them.
We are.
It's good stuff. All right. Here we go.
If not now, when? With a little surprise in the middle. Ready, Alice?
Sorry. Vincent, you're just... Stop reading my mind. It's getting scary. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
When I was a young boy, I had these dreams. Time didn't matter, or so it seemed. Now I'm still a dreamer. It was back then, but time keeps screaming. If not now, when? Hundreds of heartaches and broken down plans, so many what ifs, and what if I can't? My fear held me captive, caged in a pen. It's time to break free, boy. If not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend, thank you, Quincy, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear amen. My time is now. If not now, when? Doubting and blaming, it's time to let them go. 'Cause this healing journey, it can go so slow. But I hear these voices again and again. They keep on calling. If not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend. Oh no, 'cause I know it's true. Take them somewhere else.
Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down that eastern seaboard. Got my diesel wound up, and she's running like never before.
Dave Dudley.
Got a speed zone ahead, alright. Oh, I don't see a cop in sight.
6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Well, it seems like a month since I kissed my baby bye-bye. I could have a lot of lovers, but I don't need no other guy. I could find one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's alright.
6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Got my 10 forward gears and my sweet Georgia overdrive. Taking little white pills and my eyes are open wide. I just passed a Jimmy and White. I've been passing everything in sight.
6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Tell him, Freebo.
Well, my rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. I got a flame from a stack, and my smoke's blown black and cold. Well, my hometown's coming in sight. If you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Okay, back to the tune. It's time to take this leap of faith without a net. Hello to destiny and goodbye regret. Sing along with me. If not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? If not me, who? I can't pretend. I can't pretend, 'cause I know it's true. 'Cause I know it's true. I make this vow. I make this vow. I swear amen. I swear amen. My time is now. Time is now. Not now when. If not now when. I make this vow. I swear amen. My time is now. If not now when. Say it again. If not now when. If not now when. Oh, there you go.
Are we gonna? Oh, I thought we were gonna. I was ready for that last.
Oh. Ready?
Oh well.
1, 2.
No, I can't do it again.
Okay.
The moment is gone. Hey guys.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
When Freebo said your name in the middle of the song when y'all switched, I totally expected you to just play a like totally off note or something, just to get him back.
Bass solo.
That is a great idea. Although I don't have to prepare for those; they just happen sometimes. Oh,
And also, oh yep, the dogs are
they're
weird.
awakening.
Yeah, while you
that-
were singing your part, I'm pretty sure I said to Pete, is her throat made of honey?
Yep.
Because oh my God, your voice is just
Oh, Crystal,
amazing, and y'all
thank
sound
you.
so wonderful together. Like you just
Thank you.
harmonize so well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I've,
So can we meet the dog?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Carla.
This is Carla.
This is Carla.
Oh, hello there, Carla.
Hi, Carla.
What kind of dog is Carla?
She's a tan
like
thing.
A tan thing. We don't really know. She's just,
tan one.
and she's
Kinda
wearing a Christmas sweater.
Whippet boxer,
Oh,
maybe.
that's nice.
Aw.
A Louisiana
Yeah.
coonhound.
There you go. Well, we
She
found her in
came
Dallas.
from Dallas, yeah.
Mm.
And then
Oh.
this is Mavis.
Oh my girl.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god.
The star of the show.
I really
God.
am
Just gonna
such a
pull out
Mavis
your
fan.
thing.
She's too cute.
Oh,
She's,
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
And she knows it.
She knows it.
Yeah, right. Every week, folks, we all of us are on the same booking agency, so we've been so lucky. Fleming Artists, every week since the pandemic started, we've had a weekly call where we all get on Zoom and basically a combination of commiserate, share ideas and inspire each other, learn stuff, do little concerts for just us. Like it's been amazing, and I just want to say every week I am like looking for where Mavis is going to be in the shot. But it's been pretty great having Jim and the team to take care of us through this time.
Yes, we feel so lucky.
Us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, I'd love if you'd take us out with one more song.
Yeah, we can do that. We I think this is the first song we wrote since the start of all of this. We had just gotten, so our pandemic started by flying to and from Australia in a matter of 5 days, because we had a tour scheduled, or it was our second. We had gone the year before, and so we were going back, and we were all excited. And it was right when everything was changing very quickly, and nothing had been canceled, and it all seemed okay. We should go, so we went, and we played one show, and then everything got canceled.
Was this March or April?
March.
It was in March,
February?
yeah,
March.
the very beginning of March. Yeah.
So you guys actually flew, but you turned around and came home.
Yeah. I mean, we figured
Yeah.
out, I mean, we came home early, earlier than we had planned. So yeah, we were, trying to figure out how to get home and just kind of running on that adrenaline for a bit. And then we got home and everything was fine, and just kind of then settling in and everything just really sinking in what was happening. And I tend to work my way through things in song, as I'm sure y'all do too.
Wow.
And so yeah, this one came out.
Came out of that, huh?
Yeah. Not quite.
Oh, you know what?
Nope.
Our heater's on too.
Turn that off. A little extra noise.
That's better. All right. I think it knocked my banjo out.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Tell me that story again, darling. The one where we all end up alright. Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? I'll keep keeping up with the laundry. You'll keep keeping up with the car. I guess things aren't really changing here. It sure feels like they are. It sure feels like they are. We got good dogs, we got a good porch. Got eyes to see and we've got a good view. Got ears to hear and we are listening. The truth is not something we can choose. The truth is not something we can choose. Tell me that story again, darling. Won't we all end up alright? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time?
Oh,
I,
thank you
I love
guys.
that one.
Yeah.
Thank
man.
you.
Man, I love them all, but I really love that one.
It speaks to that moment so well. I'll keep keeping up with the laundry. It's like, I mean, yeah, life became so much suddenly about the mundane and just being in your space and trying to make it work with the people around you. All of a sudden, it feels like so long ago now, but it's amazing
really
how much
does.
our world has changed.
Yes.
And hey,
Yeah.
if we ever do a show together, and that might happen, we're with the same agency, I would love to play bass with you guys. And hearing Alice, I know you've got beautiful two-part harmony, and they're very
Ooh, I could
open.
add a
But at some point,
third.
for her to
Okay.
add the third part, I might even throw in a bass part too. But
Yes,
my
but, I
please.
mean, it would
Yeah, we would love
be
that.
real.
I wanna
It'd be
do
really cool.
that.
I'd really enjoy
That would
wouldn't
be
you?
so fun.
Well, this has
Yes.
been such a blast
I
just
know.
conversing with y'all in between songs. So I can only imagine playing together.
Being on the
We-
same
Yeah.
physical stage.
Yeah,
It would be
that'd be
really
great.
fun. Thank you guys so much for being
Absolutely.
here. As I said, we would try to stick to time, but we try. It's 6:40.
Well, we're so appreciative of
Yeah.
y'all inviting us. We're
It's-
honored.
It's been
No,
a
it was-
pleasure
it was a
having
cool
you,
show.
and I know
And-
everybody just loved you, and there were so many great comments coming in. So, yeah, folks, just remember you can send people to watch this show after the fact, even if they weren't on here live. So it'll be up on my page, and I know Pete and Crystal shared it to their page as well. So
Yeah, and all of our shows, all these Inside Live shows, are archived also on Norman's Rare Guitars. Just
Yeah.
check them out, so you can go see the one Crystal and
You
Pete and all
guys-
the other ones are doing. And
I should say also, when you come to LA next, whenever that may be, you've got to pay a visit to Norman's Rare Guitars in
Yes.
because
We will
Norm,
do that.
now you're in the family. So when you go in, just he'll have you play a song in the shop, and
Oh, cool. We'd
Very
love
oh
that.
yeah, oh
They're-
absolutely. You
they're
just
great
might walk
people.
out with a guitar or something. too.
Oh,
you
no.
might be compelled. I
We'll
know
save up.
It's dangerous. Be ready.
We'll give you a deal.
Yes.
Awesome.
Great. Well, thank you guys. We'll
Thank you so much.
we'll give some more announcements, but we'll say goodbye to you guys.
Cool. Well, thank
Thank
y'all
you,
so
and
much.
Thanks
Take
all of you
care.
for being here.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks,
Good.
guys.
See you. Happy holidays to you.
You too.
Bye.
Cool.
And
All
for the
right.
rest of you still here with us,
Thank you, Ordinary Elephant, Pete and Crystal Demore.
That was really
so
cool.
talented, really, really wonderful. And I'm so glad you guys all enjoyed it so much here tonight. And thank you all for sending your tips to us. I've been seeing them come in on my email and on Venmo. And I'll just thank you, Pat, Lillian, Jeff Sherman again. Thank you, Sabra, Quincy, Robin, Kim Moberg, Edward Bennies, Michael Edwards, hey Mike, David, John, Perry Stein, Dana,
Oh,
Moose, John Rickenback, Stephen O'Brien, Michael Robbins. Thank you guys all.
Really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to take up too much time, but I do want to say that we're really grateful for your tips, and they mean a lot to us. And whether it's $5 or $10, it really is really helping us keep the lights on in our homes and keeping us fed in these strange times. So thank
and
you.
what are we doing next week? We're doing, of course,
Yes.
the Christmas show on Saturday.
Yeah, so this
but
Saturday is our special show, ticketed show. Go to ethicalbrew.org, and I'll put that up again to get a ticket for the special holiday show this weekend. But next week,
next Wednesday,
we are going to interview each
other.
Not because we ran out of friends to be on our show, but because we just
'Cause we want
genuinely
to.
thought it would be fun, because we haven't gotten to talk about each of our own histories so much on this show, although we do talk plenty.
And we can also have the people participate in the
Yeah,
chat
you can
ask us questions. We don't
anything.
have to be responsible for anyone else, so we can do whatever the hell we please.
Yes.
Right?
So, and we'll get to play a few more songs. Maybe we'll do some stuff we haven't done in a while, bring out some older tunes, and just have fun. So that'll be the 23rd, I believe. It's Christmas Eve. So join us next week, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook and YouTube Live. And then I want to mention at the end of the month, the final Wednesday of December, that's going to be the 30th, we have another duo, actually another husband and wife duo, our dear friends Jeff Fielder and his wife Tekla Waterfield. And Jeff has played on all of my records. I've known him since I lived in Seattle. He is an incredible multi-instrumentalist, guitarist.
Fabulous guitar player.
Honestly,
World class.
my favorite guitar player. I have a lot of favorites, but
Certainly in the top 5.
he has a very special place in my heart as a writer and singer and engineer and producer. I mean, he's really kind of coming into himself as his own artist too, which is so cool to watch. And he and his wife Tekla do a duo together, and they've been getting a lot of great press lately on a new record that they recorded together at home during quarantine. And it's really exciting to watch them grow, and Tekla has a beautiful voice. So that's going to be the 30th. Mark your calendars for that.
And we would like to thank some of our other sponsors and people who've been very generous to us. The people at Audio Technica Microphones. They've given us 3 microphones, these 2 dynamic mics, and a wonderful room mic that we use, and we're very appreciative of that. And the people at Fishman Electronics, who gave us this wonderful amplifier. We've got several of them. They've been very generous to us. It's called a Fishman Loud Box. I played bass out of it. I played guitar. It's really the only, you can do an entire gig on this. So we really want to thank Chris DeMario for that, for his generosity. And of course, there's Norma's Rare Guitars and Jen, and all the people at the shop, and Michael and Norm himself, and who've been so generous to allow us to use their YouTube channel, their platform,
help reach some more folks. So if you all came to us through Norman's Rare Guitars, we're so happy that you found us.
And the people at Rockseller Music
Magazine.
what's that?
Rockseller Magazine.
Rockseller Magazine. I keep going music. Rockseller Magazine, and Lori Reimer.
And Alert
Kevin
the
Wax.
Globe, which is
Alert the
another
Globe.
really cool online streaming site that's totally separate from any social media platform. It's just alerttheglobe.com. They've been broadcasting our show every week too. So
Check them out. They've got they're getting more and more content. They're going to do more and more rock and roll shows. Very, very
like
cool.
full
Alert
band
the Globe.
stuff. They do amazing work, just like with multiple cameras and stuff.
We're going to do something at some point with a band.
We are?
Yeah, we are. At some point when this clears up and we can do it without masks, it'd be great. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can all be separated in like little individual plastic boxes. That'd be cool. Okay, we're done, I think.
So we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see you on Saturday, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, for our Ethical Brew Christmas show. Get your tickets. Appreciate that. See you here next Wednesday, and have wonderful holidays,
Mwah.
everybody.
Love
Stay
you guys.
safe.
Thank
Stay
you for
safe.
being here with us.
Don't let your guard down.
Yeah, don't.